When we're going to value, we could value the firm or we could value equity. And by valuing the firm, we're considering the claims that everyone has on this company, meaning the debt holders along with the shareholders, all the stakeholders. However, if I'm valuing the equity, I'll be valuing the claims that the shareholders have on the company, and therefore the cash flows here are either the dividends, which is used in the dividend discount model, or the free cash flows to equity. And it is necessary to notice that here we're discounting by the return on equity, or the cost of equity, if I'm viewing it from the firm's perspective. And while I'm valuing the firm, I'm discounting by the cost of capital, and this cost therefore includes the weighted average of debt and equity. So because I'm seeing it from the perspective of all those who have claims on the company. But now, what's the difference between the value of a firm and the value of equity? Actually, we have to note that some firms, like Apple, have no debt whatsoever, and therefore the value of the firm would be equal to the value of equity. Other firms, like General Electric, have a lot of debt, so there's a very big difference between the value of the firm and the value of equity. And actually, some firms have a lot of debt to the extent that no cash flows are left to the equity holders, and therefore their equity is meaningless and has no value. Now, in order to get the value of equity, after I've calculated the value of the firm, I could simply subtract debt, and I would arrive at the same value that I would have, and then afterwards I would get total equity, and then I could divide by the number of shares outstanding and get the price per share. This would give me the same number as valuing equity from the beginning using the dividend model, dividend discount model, or free cash flow to equity. But I have to be careful to use the same debt that I used to calculate cash flows, and that I use the same debt to calculate the numerator and the denominator. So for example, if I counted operating leases as debt here, and I adjusted the EBIT, therefore I should count them and the debt here too, because consistency is key. And if I'm able to maintain this consistency, which is what I should do, I will get the same answer if I just subtract that from the value of the firm, or simply start by computing the value of equity. So this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.